All right, everybody. Thank you for jumping on here and taking the time to learn a little bit about Plexus with us. People come to Plexus for all kinds of reasons. They end up ordering for gut health and root healing. Some come for our amazing, super clean skincare, and some are just looking for a really natural weight loss and clean energy management system. Whether you're looking for one of those things or all of those things, we're going to cover our main products tonight, and can't wait to share it all with you guys. First, I want to introduce MeShawn. She's going to share her testimony and get us started. Go ahead, sister.
Right now.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know me, my name is MeShawn Woolf, and I am a simple country girl. I live out on 300-acre ranch in Arco, Idaho, and we raise cattle and boys and grow hay. I run a garden, and we feed about 20 families, and I sell beauty products, and my favorite is sharing Plexus. My health journey actually started 22 years ago when I was 25 years old. I was diagnosed with lupus SLE, and 2 days later, stage 4 cervical cancer. And that day, I was told I would never see 30, I would never have children, and to plan my funeral. So today I can say I'm proudly a lupus warrior and a cancer survivor. So over the years, I have been on all kinds of medications and diets and supplements and surgeries, and by only God's will, I was able to have 2 miracle babies at age 36 and 39. And if we fast forward through a lot of all that, 2013, I lived in Rigby, Idaho, and my son's primary teacher was our very own Peggy Ewing, and we became friends. At that time, she was suffering a lot of health issues as well as I was, and that time I was pregnant with my little one and on complete bed rest, and it was kind of a miserable couple of years. We did move out of the area, but we remained friends with Peggy on Facebook, and as many of you know, through Facebook, there's people that you kind of watch, and all of a sudden their lifestyle changes and their health improves, and they are sharing things that you're like, wow, they've got the energy for that, and they can hike with their grandkids. And I was just amazed. But in 2018, she reached out to me, and she offered me, said, hey, these supplements were really helping me, and I know how sick you were. I think you should try these. So best decision ever. I did try the Plexus products, and of course, being me, I had to compare all the labels and the ingredients and compare them to what I had. I also compared the cost, and comparing them, they were better products with lower cost, so it was a no-brainer. But I also took him to the doctor, and I said, doctor, look at these labels. So he looked over all the labels, and they were very impressed with the products and the quality, and gave me a high five for it and told me to take the VitaBiome. The VitaBiome, he said it was the best he had ever seen. And instead of 1, take 2, he said. But over the couple of years, my blood work has improved, and they have told me to keep it up because they are just amazed. So with 9 autoimmune diseases, 9, it's easy to be discouraged and frustrated, and having a body that's always under attack and under fire. And with these Plexus products, I have less headaches, I have better mental clarity, I have no more brain fog, and more energy. Even my heart is better. I have heart issues, and so Plexus products has helped me to feel normal and to be healthier, and I would even dare say happier. So I guess with that being said, I would give you 4 pieces of advice if you're starting your journey. Is, first of all, this is your journey. You are your best advocate. You know how you feel, you know what your concerns are, you know where you're going with your health journey and where you want to end up. And Plexus is a company that is all about health and happiness. So you're going to be the first one to be able to know whether things are working well for you or if you need a little tweak. So second of all, your health journey is not a one-stop shop. So the shoe doesn't fit everyone, and each one of us have different needs and desires for our health. So you can customize your health plan to fit your journey, your wants, and your desires. Third, the key to reaching the results that you want is consistency. Consistency is, when life is busy, life is tough, everything's going crazy wrong. If you are consistent with your health and you're true to yourself, and I'm looking at my notes because I'm nervous, it's easy to let your health slide. It's easy to step backwards with your health. But if you keep pushing and celebrate the little wins, then you're going to reach your goals and make big strides. So the last thing is find your tribe. So your tribe is your mama, your sis, your hubby, your best friend, your neighbor. And these are going to be the people that have your back. And they're the ones cheering you with those little wins and helping you move forward when you feel like you can't. And basically just the people that you can let loose and be yourself and laugh and giggle. That's important. So with that, I'm just going to leave you with finding your joy in your journey. I've enjoyed learning more about life's balance and where we can go with our personal journey. So find your joy in your journey, enjoy the ride and the scenery along the way, and give gratitude daily, because with God, everything is possible, but most of all, just take time to laugh and love.
I love that so much. I didn't know all of your story, and it's beautiful. I am so excited that you found Plexus. What a wonderful, awesome story. Thank you for sharing that. Next, I'm going to throw it over to my girl, Cheri. She's going to tell us a little bit about her story and then share some amazing skincare information with us.
Okay, so my journey, I don't even know how many years ago it was, but I was not feeling well at all. And through lots of doctor's appointments, lots of doctors, and working with an endocrinologist, he diagnosed me with POCS, metabolic syndrome, Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune, and insulin resistance. And even though I was being really dedicated to everything that he suggested I do and the medications and whatnot, I still did not feel great at all. And MeShawn, it's funny that you say you have 9 diseases, because when I was going through that, and he kept spitting out all these little diseases he was saying I had, my biggest symptom was fatigue. And I had like a 7th grader and a 2nd grader. And sometimes when they wanted mom to be busy and doing and helping and playing, like I didn't feel good enough to, I would be in bed. And I remember one day just saying to them, "You guys, I have 7 diseases and I can't keep my eyes open." And that was an exaggeration because I only have 4, but it is so funny because now they love to remind me of that all the time. They're always like, "Oh yeah, you have 7 diseases and you can't keep your eyes open." So it's kind of a joke, but they had friends over, the neighbor kids would come over and they'd say to them, "Why is your mom always in bed?" So it literally was like that. And so when I heard from Deanna that she was going to try these new products, I am not like MeShawn. I didn't research anything. I was like, "Oh yeah, just send it." Like I'm totally willing to try whatever. I feel so terrible. So I ordered the triplex, I got it, I took it, and I'm lucky because on day 2, I saw results. I didn't go through any detox, just started feeling better, like sleeping well, having energy, all the things. So I was willing to start sharing immediately. And the fact that it's changed me so much, I've never wanted to do that experiment where, "Oh, I feel better, I can be done now. Like I don't need to buy these anymore." I will never do that experiment because I never want to go back feeling the way I did before I started Plexus. So thank you, Deanna, for sharing, and Kristy, who shared with her, and you know how it works. We're all here because of somebody. But that's my story. and I'm going to start off with the skincare line. And I'm going to start off with Joyome. If you guys have seen this, it's faced the right way. This is awesome stuff that came out 2 years ago. A lot of us know we have skincare regimens that are 8 or 9 steps or whatever. We spend a lot of money on them. This is simple stuff, you guys. We have the nighttime serum. You wash your face, and then you put this on. 3 pumps is it. Like, you use tiny amount. It sounds crazy, but that's all you need. And then in the morning, when you get up, same thing, 3 pumps of this. This size, which is 1 fluid ounce, will last you for 2 months, both of these. So it's like at a $99 price point, but when you think that lasts 2 months, it's $50 a month, which is not too bad at all. So that's something about that. It also has 11 active ingredients, which a lot of them only have 2 or 3. It's filled with good stuff. It balances our skin's ecosystem, just like everything Plexus does is all about microbes and ecosystems and all that. Our skincare follows that same thing. It's one of our biggest organs, so of course they want to balance that. When this was developed, this product had to go through a third-party clinical trial, and the results they got back from those were amazing. They were blown away, actually. It had 100% approval rating for hydration, which I think all of us, well, Tiffany and Kristy, the rest of us are out here in the Western United States where it's so dry. And so I can totally attest that was my big thing, was immediately notice the hydration results. It has a 97% wrinkle reduction rating and 91% pore reduction rating. And the other thing that we don't really talk about is acne. And I started seeing people post results of how it improved acne. And I had a daughter in college at the time, and she broke out on her forehead with just those bumps, like not even like whitehead, pop, just those weird bumps under the skin. And we had been to the dermatologist, and we had bought all of the prescriptions. And so, we paid for the visit there and bought the prescriptions, and really all it did was just bleach all my bathroom towels. So I know, it was terrible. So anyway, she was like, Mom, my skin is getting so bad. And you know how it is for like girls that age, they're embarrassed. So I was like, oh my goodness, let's try this Joy. And we've tried all the other stuff. And I didn't know if it would work, but I thought, let's try it. Guess what, guys? It worked. Her skin is clear. So I love that about it. So that's Joyome. The next one we're going to talk about is collagen, and this is fairly new. And I didn't know this. I had to learn about collagen when this came out. But do you guys realize that next to water, our body is, collagen is the second as far as what our composition is made up of? So collagen is in all the connective tissue in our body. So it literally holds it together. Like, I did not know this before. So anyway, I find that fascinating. But after we turn 20, our collagen production goes down. So that's not very old. And within our lifetime, we lose 68% of our collagen. So that's a bummer. So anyway, this is cool because it's a powder, and you just do 2, I don't know if you can even see in there. But you do 2 scoops of that in any beverage because it has a neutral flavor. So it'll go with whatever your drink is. Of course, all us Plexus girls mix it with our Slim. But you drink it. Let's see, it has 5 grams of collagen protein. It has the most absorbent peptides than maybe other brands. If you don't know this about Plexus, their big thing is all about absorption. Like all of our vitamins, they want us to get the very most absorption out of their products. So that's a big thing. And it has FOS prebiotic in it, just like Joyome. So packed with good stuff. It's mainly for giving us smooth, hydrated, less wrinkles in our skin. I'll just end really quick. My daughter, she's now 21. She just had a baby, and I was with her at the hospital for those 2 days. And so the nurses, every shift change, we get a new nurse, and they'd come in and they'd say, well, who are you? And I'd say, well, I'm her mom. And they would all be blown away. You're her mom? You're the grandma? Like, you don't look old enough. And like, that shocked me actually to hear that. But I was like, yay. So maybe Cheon really is helping me. But I loved hearing that everyone's like, no, you don't look old enough to be a grandma yet. So that's exciting. I love our skincare. And now I will turn it over to Miss Peggy, who's going to highlight our triplex.
Hello, everybody. I feel like I should just say repeat with everybody's stories because I'm kind of seeing a trend with it. My story was I was tired all the time. I didn't know what was going on with me. I was achy. I'd call it, I used to say, I'm having a flare. I'd be in bed for a day or two because I just hurt so bad and I was so tired. And I'd go to work. I still work an 8 to 5 job. I'd go to work, I'd come home, I would lay down and I'd take a 2-hour nap. My husband would get home at 7. We'd get up, I would get up, we'd eat dinner and I'd go back to bed. I was just exhausted. And we tend to travel just a titch. We've got kids, his kids are all away from us. So we could go to Las Vegas and I would sleep the whole time in the car. Now, granted, that's about an 8-9 hour trip from where I'm at. And I would wake up to go potty and get something to eat and I would fall right back asleep and I could sleep the whole entire way. And we'd go to Nebraska, same thing. I'd wake up when we'd get gas or get, food and I would fall right back to sleep. The other thing I had was severe stomach pain. And I remember nights being curled up in a ball on my bed and just crying because it hurt so bad. It just felt like I had knots in my stomach. It felt like I had a knot in my throat all the time. And I found out I had gastroparesis, which basically is your stomach is, it won't release the food. It won't push it through. And so I had that, I had anxiety, I had panic attacks, I had depression, I was pre-diabetic, and I had headaches all the time. So I remember my husband and I were on a trip and I was laying on the bed in the hotel and I was scrolling through Facebook and Cheri posted something, and Cheri's a dear friend of mine. We've been besties forever. And she posted how much better she felt, and I knew how crappy she felt. And I'm like, so I messaged her, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. Okay, what are you doing? Sign me up. And so she came and visited with me a couple days later, and I didn't even think about it. I'm just like, I trust her. I know what kind of crap she's been through. If it's helping her, I'm all in, and I jumped in. So that was awesome, and I've never regretted it. And I have been consistent with my products for 3 years. I don't have to take a nap anymore. Sometimes I choose to, but I don't have to. I stay awake all the way to Las Vegas and get to talk with my husband during that time. I don't have the anxiety. My gastroparesis went away after about 6 or 7 months. My food finally started processing through my stomach on its own. I didn't have to take medication to do that. I quit having anxiety and the panic attacks, so I got off of medication for those things. My depression was a lot less severe. I now only take the very smallest dose of an antidepressant. So that's been a blessing. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I no longer have the severe headaches that put me out for days at a time. So those have been all wonderful things. And like MeShawn, my doctor too, he has just been amazed with how my blood results come back, because I was diagnosed with severe adrenal fatigue to where if it dipped down a little bit lower, I was at the risk of having a stroke. And so he monitors me really close. Every 6 months I go in and I have blood work and tests and things done. And he has just been amazed at how much better I'm doing. And I attribute that to the triplex, which is what I get to tell you about. Triplex is a really neat system, and they're all formulated to work together. And the way we like to explain it is weed, seed, and feed. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is our bio cleanse. And what that does is weeds out all the bad bacteria. It helps cleanse your intestinal tract. It helps with bloating, gas, discomfort. It promotes regularity, which is another thing. I was never regular until triplex and don't have that problem anymore, which is a blessing in and of itself, because if you've ever had that problem, you know how much pain that causes. So that's a really good thing. It reduces unwanted microbes and substances. It's got all sorts of antioxidants in it. It aids with digestions. It's got vitamin C in it to help support the immune function. So the bio cleanse takes care of everything and gets rid of it. And then the next step is the seed process. The ProBio 5 is our probiotic, and it is one of the best probiotics out there. It's got digestive enzymes in it, and there is an enzyme in there that will actually break down the yeast. I don't know if you're familiar with yeast, but it has a hard shell, and that's why, you know, it can't be penetrated. But this enzyme can break down that yeast and be able to get rid of that. So it also has 5 strains of good bacteria. It helps balance your yeast in your body, helps with digestion, also has vitamin C in it to help support your immune system. And it actually has 2 billion CFU of good bacteria in there to get back into your system. The other thing I like too is when I first started going to my autoimmune doctor, he put me on a gluten-free diet. So our products mostly are gluten-free. The ProBio 5 is gluten-free, and so is the Bio Cleanse. So I love ProBio 5, and I do not go without it because I do not like the stomach pain, and that really has seemed to make a huge difference with me. Our third step is feed, which is the slim product, our pink drink, which we all love. And there are 2 different forms of the pink drink. There's a hunger control one, which has just about double the fiber in it, so it'll help you feel fuller longer. The thing I love about Slim with either one of them is it helps balance your blood glucose levels. During COVID, I got out of my routine and I wasn't as faithful with drinking my pink drink. I still took my ProBio 5, I still took my Bio Cleanse, but the pink drink, I would keep it at my desk at work, and 2 o'clock every day, I'd mix up my pink drink and drink it. Well, you know, we were all on quarantine. And so when I was at home, I got out of the habit of drinking it. Well, in June, I went and had my blood work done because I have thyroid issues too and everything. And I was back to being pre-diabetic because I wasn't taking my pink drink. So guess what? Came right home, started drinking it every single day again. I'll go back for tests here in October, and I'll be anxious to see. But I haven't been pre-diabetic for a couple of years, and it shocked me actually that it makes that much difference with your blood glucose level. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here real quick. It is also gluten-free. Our Slim is also gluten-free. So I love the flavor of it. I love to mix it with Active. That's another product we'll go into another day. But I love the triplex. It has been a total lifesaver for me. And I won't ever stop taking it either, because I don't want to go back to the gut pain. I don't want to go back to the tiredness. I don't want to go back to being pre-diabetic. So it has really, really saved me. So anyway, I will turn it over to our infamous Kristy Barkley now.
Hey, so thank you guys so much for sharing your story. Thank you for those of you that have tuned in. I am going to share a little bit about my story. My story is like an hour long, and you're going to get like the 60-second version. So in 2008, I had a extremely bad concussion. I'd had lots and lots of concussions over the years from sports growing up. But anyway, that was the one who basically ended my life as I knew it. I worked in the NHL. I had a great job. They retired me. I don't know, let's see, that was 2008. By 2014, the doctors sat my husband down and said, she has early onset dementia. She will not be able to recognize your children by 2016. She'll be in assisted living by 2018, and she will be terminal by 2020. So that was all as long-term effects from my brain injury from concussion. So very, very similar to what you hear about from professional athletes. It came with all of the things, the depression, the anxiety, suicide attempts, all kinds of gut health issues, horrible fatigue, migraines. I mean, you name it, and I had it because my brain didn't work properly to control all of the functions of my body. I literally couldn't drive to my parents' house, which was 12 miles away. I didn't know whether my right foot went in. I didn't know which shoe went on which foot. It was awful. I ended up trying Plexus because a good friend of mine posted her weight loss, which I always say that, and I've been saying that for years, and I laugh every time because I literally did not leave my house for a year. I didn't go to church. I only went to my son's football games, but I never went alone. Like, my husband drove me and he had to hold my hand, like, to get to our seats, and I didn't talk to anybody there. I didn't communicate much at all. I couldn't respond quick enough to people when they would ask me a question. And so I just didn't leave my house. So anyway, I thought I needed to lose weight, which I did because I, for years, couldn't get my heart rate above 120. And then when I lost my sense of direction and lost my memory, I couldn't even go for a walk in my neighborhood because I got lost. So I had gained a bunch of weight, and I saw that she lost weight. And for some reason, like, the prognosis of dying, okay, I should lose some weight. That's part of a brain injury. Like, nothing really made sense at all. But my husband's like, whatever. I don't even know if you knew I ordered it. I ordered it. And at the time that I received my Plexus, I was on 13 daily prescriptions, and I took 12 to 20 ibuprofen a day. And you may wonder, like, what doctor lets someone take that much ibuprofen? But I had 7 specialists, and I was always at the doctor, and all of them agreed that I would die from my brain injury before liver failure. So that's the type of medication it took for me to get out of bed every day. Within 2 weeks of starting the triplex, my headaches were going away. And within 4 weeks, my husband said, I don't know what you're taking or how much it costs, but you can't stop taking it, because I was out of bed. You guys, if I got up to do like a load of laundry, I didn't actually like make dinner. I couldn't do hardly anything on any given day. And so we didn't even know what was happening, because I started in early 2015 when there was no research being published about brain health and gut health. Now it's the big thing, like the gut-brain axis. Everybody's talking about it. When I was injured, the doctors didn't believe that it was possible for me to regain memory or for my brain to regrow. And now they know it's actually possible. And my doctors know for sure that it's possible because every single month I get healthier and healthier and healthier. The people who have been on this team for a long time can tell you. I think on this call, Deanna jumped off, but Tiffany Johnson is on this call. She went to church with me before it got really, really bad. Before I had to stop coming to church, before I really stopped communicating. So it's hard, I think, to listen to me now and believe those stories, but I could honestly show you like a video testimonial I made 4 years ago when I thought I was fantastic, and I still barely got the words out. Like it's been a slow process, but year after year, if my health had not gotten any better after that, we would have been so happy. And now I have no fear of dying. I mean, like car accident maybe, but brain injury, it's not going to happen. I've got my shadow here, who literally I've not missed a day of hardly anything with him. When lots of people say these products have changed these lives, I think every female who has spoken so far will say these products have changed their lives. Peggy can go travel. She can play with her grandkids. She can do whatever. Cheri has so much energy now that she wants to like stay home and take care of her grandbaby. Like, we have lives now that I think we had all thought we were not going to have based on diagnoses we were given. So that's gut health, and that's what gut health will do for you. But I'm going to bring it back full circle and introduce you to some weight loss products that didn't exist when I started Plexus. When I started Plexus, Triplex was the way to go, and we had one other product, Accelerator, and I lost 20 pounds doing that. Now we have some amazing supernatural weight loss products. So we have, I'm going to share with you Lean. Lean is our protein meal replacement. We've got a few different variations because everybody is different. So we have vegetarian chocolate and vanilla. We have whey chocolate and vanilla. We did have vegan chocolate, but that was seasonal, so we don't have that anymore. You guys, my son, the one back here sleeping, who we say is on the orange diet because he mostly lives on Kraft macaroni and cheese and grilled cheese and cheese pizza and chocolate milk. Thank goodness also for our kids line because that keeps him healthy. Anyway, he loves the vanilla, thinks he's having a vanilla milkshake like one from McDonald's. So it's super amazing, packed with fiber, tons of vitamins, minerals, omegas, healthy fats. It's got, each one is a little different, but between 15 and 20 grams of protein. And if you are looking to lose weight, this as a meal replacement is huge. Every so often, I'll get on the scale and I've creeped up 5 pounds. I can sub out a lean shake for a meal for like 3 or 4 days. I'll break my fast with that instead of a protein bar, and my weight goes right back down. Like, it's amazing. Another product that's part of our weight loss is MetaBurn. So MetaBurn is pretty fantastic. It actually is a metabolism support, has mood boosting effects. Who does not want their mood boosted? I'll take all of that. It's COVID. Hello, do we all need to be picked up just a little bit? It's all plant-based with adaptogen herbs. It burns the bad, fluffy, white fat that tends to be around our hips, our thighs, and our waist. So that's a trouble spot for most females. It also is my 22-year-old son's favorite product. He swears that's how he lost 30 pounds and is sitting solid at 175 pounds month after month. He says it's all MetaBurn. He takes it before he works out. It gives him energy. He loves it. This is my favorite product. It's called Balance. It's my favorite because I super love carbs. Anybody else out there really like pasta or bread? Or am I the only one? Because I love it. Guess what this does? This blocks 48% of the carbs and sugars from absorbing in my system. That means instead of having like I'm going to tell you the real Kristy portions, not what the human's supposed to have. Like instead of only when my bowl is full of like 2 cups of cooked pasta with butter and Parmesan or whatever I want on it, my body only thinks I had 1 cup. And that's a win. When I have 5 pieces of garlic bread, it only thinks I had 2.5, because this is amazing. So you can use balance a number of ways. You can keep it in your purse and just take it before your big meals. You can take it before dessert or whatever. You can also, if you are taking part of intermittent fasting, which I am, you can take 1 in the morning and 1 late at night, right before bed, and it actually helps you fast longer without getting hungry. So it's amazing and helps support our glucose metabolism. All right, finally, who doesn't need some more energy? Did all of you guys talk about energy? And Triplex helps a ton with energy naturally by balancing and balancing your blood sugars and getting your gut healthy. Well, but this is actually an energy drink. And it's clean. It doesn't, typically I can't do energy drinks because of my brain injury. It's not just the jittery feeling that some people actually, I think, get addicted to. I think some people, like my mom, has cases of 5-hour energy at her house. And yes, she takes all of this. I think she's just addicted to 5-hour energy. It's like for like 2 hours and then whatever. I don't even know why. She has nothing to do, but that's beside the point. It actually gives me no jitters, no headache. There's no like, I took an energy drink and oh, it's gone. It literally is an antioxidant and superfood mix with a hint of green tea extract to naturally increase your energy without the jitters, spike, or drop in energy. It helps with mental clarity, focused, and it lasts all day. I literally drink this before I work out every morning and love it. It tastes amazing, helps with my exercise endurance, and it helps me not get sore after because it helps reduce the lactic acid in my body, which is amazing. And it increases nitric oxide production, which I'm recently learning helps with blood pressure. Is that correct, Tiffany Johnson? Okay, Tiffany Johnson is my, I keep her on hand all the time for all of my medical questions. But anyway, I learned that because some people I know in Plexus who have struggled with really high blood pressure with the ingredients have started taking 2 and they've come off their blood pressure meds. So my mom and dad are currently both trying that. It's amazing. So that's what we have to offer for weight loss. That's our stories. That's really what we have for you. We went a little over the 30 minutes we promised you, but I just want to end by thanking you for letting us share the products that we love, that we're so passionate about. Thank you for letting us share with you. We want to make sure that you probably already know this, but just in case, most people like to join for wholesale to get the lowest cost on their products for the next 12 months. Normally it's $39.95 to join, and that's once a year, and you get the lowest cost all year. But through the end of the month, it's $9.95. And with that, you get to choose a welcome pack of your choice. And whoever invited you to this event will help you choose the best pack that's best for you. But they also have a promo code for 10% off, which means you can get a combo for as low as $89. Or if you're like me and kind of like to jump all in, you know, some people go to the store and they buy like the 8-ounce shampoo. I'm the girl that buys the 32-ounce shampoo. Like, I got I got to have like 2 inches left of like 32-ounce bottles of shampoo in every bathroom here. So anyway, I'm more of a like go gung ho kind of person. So we also have combos that are a little bigger for $179, but it's like $350 worth of product and would get you off to a great start. But it's whatever suits you and what is ever best for you. We also have, there's lots of great advantages to ordering from wholesale, but whoever invited you here can share them with you. But you have the opportunity when you're consistent to earn free products. You can earn cash on your own orders, And all of us have other friends. I mean, look how many of us had very similar stories. And if you know people that have similar stories also and other friends, you can share with them and get some referral bonuses, which is really awesome. So that's our night. We are so grateful that you jumped on here. I know for some of you, it looks like the sun is finally going down. For me, it's only almost 11 o'clock at night. So I'm going to move my shadow somewhere else. And I just want to thank all of you for being on here. And whoever invited you is going to follow up after this and see which combo is best for you. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks. Bye.